house partner to Danane. And today we are gonna do some Genshin. I'm excited. It needs to download apparently. Okay. Well, we're gonna do the storyline, the new one. That came out this Tuesday. And then, before we do that, however, we're gonna do the Collective of Plenty, Trial Chronicle mabobble. So, now we just wait for the downloading resources. There we go. Let go! Let go! Let's go! Oh, I need to move my little person. Oh, over here. So you guys can't see my thingy. My UID. Oh, whole bunch of stuff available. Where is that Oculus? Is that up here? It is up there. Let me go. Mushroom. My mushroom. Let's go grab the Oculus. I want the Oculus. Wait. Just keep waiting, waiting, waiting. There we go. Oh no, no, no! I fell. There we go. Okay. Genshin. Where am I going? Going down somewhere. Going right there. No, I can't do whatever is in home practice. Let's go this way.
Time to go.
I need to go down. Okay. Vanessa, how do you pronounce your name? Ensign.
Oh, hey, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Let's do auto.
It's been a while. When Vanessa told me you
Don't
signed up for the
remember him.
Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
At all.
Sounds like Vanessa might finally be
she's
in for a
asleep.
challenge this year.
She's asleep.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Oh, poor Vanessa.
Not much longer, Vanessa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Yay.
Got it. I can wait.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
when I heard you two were
Nice.
coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Yay.
Really? So we get to eat for free?
Yes.
Awesome!
Sounds like that.
Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude.
Okay.
When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active.
Wow.
As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do
Tolan?
nothing,
What is Tolan?
so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Vanessa was a key member of that team. Vanessa?
Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Yay.
Looking
Oh,
back on it,
Rosa.
the goal was probably to
hungry.
hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium. Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of
Exactly.
Tolan?
What is that?
What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity.
Ooh.
Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment. And in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Okay.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh?
Apparently.
Hold on. Where did Veressa go? Oh, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach
You
better
sure
than
have that,
anyone.
Paimon?
I'll lead the way.
Okay. Act 3. Act 3. Larissa,
Oh, that smell. So delicious.
delicious.
Juicy mushrooms,
Oh, that sounds
melted
good.
cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Veressa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but
No luck.
no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You do know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Yep.
Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
I'm gonna have to do.
So,
my-
when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Akatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Yay!
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Yay! Food.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Alright, here is headphones. Okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, it's right here. Let's start. Start the competition. What do I have to do?
It smells so good! Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
These
Yeah,
portions,
we
though.
could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each?
Time to dig in.
Whoa! Hold on! Varessa's plate looks completely different than ours!
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels.
2 levels.
The regular challenge and the Varessa challenge.
Oh god.
The Varessa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Varessa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Yep.
Believe me, if Varessa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varessa challenge. And that would
okay.
be the Pyro Archon herself. Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Varessa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then,
Okay.
it was all part of an
See if we can break
investigation.
that thing.
You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varessa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Varessa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so... You're saying Malika had these portions, and she just... breezed through? You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got!
Yay.
Whoa! Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler! Alright. All this time. And it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending
Okay,
your honor,
Paimon's
Paimon?
tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Let's hear it for Varessa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Wow.
Ha! Well done, Varessa.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't
She
stop
stayed that
myself.
fit.
You actually finished it?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
No stomach aches, no needing to puke.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true
Thanks.
champion.
This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Coach Yansan.
Don't worry, Varessa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course! The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varessa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Still pretty amazing.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
How did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way,
true.
Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
Sure.
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food. Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my...
Okay, where am I going? I'm going here. This way. Hey, Kralis. No.
After that meal, oh, something on your mind? The green mushrooms don't, if anything.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
I wonder why they're green.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least.
Yeah, but
I know, I
my
would.
tribe is more important. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to
Yep.
make a decision that could put the people around me in
But I am
danger.
curious, though.
In other words, command the truth.
Yeah, we don't have to
I am
stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You have a point.
Yeah, true.
You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. Actually, could you give me a moment? 3. So, where should we start with the investigation? Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is...
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people.
Oh, I see.
Well, let's see what these mushrooms are all about, shall we?
So, notice anything, Traveler?
Nope.
Just like Varesha said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time.
Who said that?
What's that?
No
that?
need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era. Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I
The
merely
mushrooms
granted your
talking.
wish.
Origins?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
The
I am the
sage.
Sage Lord of Fungi.
Okay.
Serving me is a great honor, as well as a what's in.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Oh.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we
No.
shall have. However,
Subjects.
I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As
Sure
with
about
all
that?
seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Of what?
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall
Okay.
await your summons. It might be advisable
Yeah.
to brush up.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a how is better than him.
I think how
So-
is still worse.
Do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
He lying.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom.
Yay.
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
We have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
That's valid, yeah.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets.
Can I just kill the mushrooms?
Okay, so this one is red.
Nope.
Ah!
It's turned.
Fungus!
Oh.
It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects?
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate! No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Veressa! This is a...
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste!
Food is
That
sacred.
all I know.
Okay.
Promise!
Food is sacred, everything
It
else
turned
is
back.
worse.
into a normal mushroom.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing.
I do want these apples though.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! No, okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Oh, she has some
Okay, so it turns
sass.
out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that.
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation? Enough chatter.
Time
Why
for
are
my
all the
question.
mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Oh, no.
How?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Oh my god, because he's
What?
a fun guy.
How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns?
Oh, just
Huh.
one person.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Yep.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms?
Yep.
No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Okay. Mushrooms, come here.
Hey, there are two fungi over there!
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
You sure about that? We're right behind
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony, and I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot.
All right.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Okay.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually...
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
Hi.
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Back to regular mushrooms. Oh, we already
So,
got what we needed.
we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
I can do that. I'm good at cooking.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right.
Okay.
That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor. Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like
Definitely.
A plan.
But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Okay, I do want these apples. Give me apples. Apples. Collective of plenty. Where am I going? I'm going down.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient.
Yes, they are.
What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
They're all joking.
Thanks for looking into it and for collecting all this information.
What a relief.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varessa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So,
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Cool.
Wow,
Gotta
that
get
didn't
it,
take
gotta
much
get it.
convincing.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa,
What
it
are
smells
they?
delicious!
Well, here goes nothing.
Nom 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 nom. Oh, this is Sage Lord
Wait,
again.
that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord?
Do we have to do the
Humans
volcano?
are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Yeah.
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Huh. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like!
not high enough, huh? Again, attention everyone! We need—
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Volcano.
Definitely!
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano.
Exactly.
It spews out all kinds of stuff.
Awesome! Let's go!
Go here. I'm just finishing this one up first, and then I'll be heading over to the new story. Look for a higher material.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot.
You know,
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far.
right. So, even
Yeah, this opportunity was a lot.
Varessa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though.
Yeah, well, I don't really like. Still, I've learned we get stronger. So no matter how scared I feel,
I can tell.
thanks. All right. Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge!
Okay, what am I doing here? Never played as
Nice and spicy!
Yeah, headbutt.
I did it.
Done and dusted.
Ooh.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this, and we should be good. Nice roll.
Okay. See ya,
Done and
Kralis.
dusted. This core should be
Oh, let's see!
a few more chunks like.
Oh, so I have to
Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead.
Solidify!
Nice and spicy!
Hi! Yeah! Headbutt! Good. Yeah! Yeah! Hi! Yeah! Boost! Look out below!
Nova, get them!
Torn to oblivion!
Huh.
You're out. Oh no, not good! The volcano is acting up again!
Where do I have to go?
Too strong!
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Ah, the frying pan!
Shine down!
Killed it. I didn't
What
want
a
to kill
great
the
haul!
weasel, but
A bunch of seeing eyes, and then
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this. Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting. Sometimes, for example, I've read Viatena's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now,
nice.
whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her at the same time, though.
oh, you really think so?
Really?
Helps you.
I feel like, but the longer I put off taking that step, the more
Yeah,
Not your
you had the courage to make that decision.
Oh,
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job.
thanks for and I after that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already?
Come on, let's head back to the
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, no, wrong thing. Boop. Da boop. Okay, let's go over here. Whee!
We're back, and we found a bunch of stuff to use.
Great. We're almost done with the preparation.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperature,
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby. If
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone?
Yeah, we'll see what sort of thanks for the help, everyone. It really means
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
We didn't go
No,
in
no, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. Anyway, let's get started.
all right,
Okay, let's go. Mushrooms.
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no, something's not right.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I am. It took me somewhere. Come on, Genshin. Load. Load for me.
Where are we?
I have no idea.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle!
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us? No. What are you feeling?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Oh, this is Sage Lord.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so...
He does look.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi. Now, don't cherish this opportunity. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The
Yeah,
gods
we knew
wage
that.
war against one another. Monsters roam the land, but then humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
Huh. If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior.
You really expect us to believe
Such!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary.
You insignificant mortals boast.
Hurry up, Grassa! It's justice o'clock! Move! Heads up!
Gather!
nice and spicy?
It's justice o'clock! It's justice o'clock!
Here we go. Did it.
Well fought!
Huh.
I'll admit.
No, don't just... well, what should we...
Yeah, let's go.
I want to do the storyline, the actual storyline. Wee, my ears itchy. Itchy, itchy. Come back here, mushroom.
I soon became humanity's faith,
Excuse me.
and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could... food is... And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with...
That's it?
What do you insinuate?
Well, it's.
Yeah, but now it's...
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars. Once you become my subjects, all you have to do... What do you mean?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? But I've read
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from. A trivial detail.
Yeah, if you want us...
true.
All right, fine. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting it.
He ran...
Oh,
After him. He's gonna go down a well.
He jumped down from here! So it looks like we just need... Is something wrong, Traveler? Off?
that's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions.
But why?
All right, sounds like...
Let's go. Let's go down the well. Oh. don't like this.
Catch me if you can. If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Absolutely.
I fell. I fell again. How do I get across? How do I get across?
Here I go.
Okay. Off the mushroom.
Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Get a load of this.
Watch out, Carissa!
Don't worry
Ow.
about me. I've got this.
I fell. I fell. I fell. Whee!
Here I go.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
There we go. Whee! Hi. Oh.
Time to roll.
Woo! Ow. Where am I supposed to go?
A dead end?
Oh.
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
Okay.
All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
I fell off again. Okay. Come back here, shroom.
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time!
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
She didn't do anything.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading. Ah, they're gonna eat us! Gonna eat us! Eat us!
Ungrateful humans. Oh, at this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. My power is all but now all of Sumero knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord. so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it.
Yeah, but it looks...
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate...
Wow. So,
Nope. Which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
yeah. For who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something?
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's...
I understand.
Why?
All right. Then let...
Running late again.
Eee.
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing can phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
I tried.
Out of the frying pan.
It's very elusive. That's funny.
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
There we go.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Solidify!
Nice and spicy. It's justice o'clock. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock.
There we go. Boop. I smashed it.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good.
It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. Although you now behold the god Bifron. Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger. No meat, just one word, and you could have had my protection. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist. And that's where their true power lies. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones.
Okay.
Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter.
So, you kept running away from us because...
Precisely. Then, I shall...
you have no...
Nonsense! Is that all I hear in this land is war this and war that?
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War. I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but...
Ha! I see what's going on here. You know, my once nothing... Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of... But now, the deal is off. What did you say?
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected. Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, because you definitely can't.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
It's a go. Now my head hurts.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. Atoli! Get ready to feast!
Come on, let's go get the mushrooms. Eat all the mushrooms. Oh yeah, we don't talk in this because of the strike. Do this. Nom nom nom. Let's eat all of it.
More, please!
Eat all of it.
Guess it's time to dig in!
Oh, look at the Saurian. Oh, and the Patui are doing it too.
Stop this at once! Huh?
That's funny. I love it.
What a great meal!
And with that, we took. Now, care to tell me what happened earlier?
Oh, yes, that happened.
Someone planted a god in Varessa's orchard
Yeah.
and.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon War.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts.
whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So,
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Yep.
Little did he know, our...
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. Actually,
Yep. Let's go. What you want to talk about?
alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped, and maybe this sounds weird considering everything.
Me too.
Oh, why's that? You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the but it's like you said. All it takes if I start to doubt myself in the future.
Hey, you two! Akara was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't...
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia,
Right. and it's not a quick trip. We have to.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going here. This was not what I planned to spend the first hour of my stream doing.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Emerta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area.
Tainari's still... Okay.
Yep, you're an expert, so you might.
Okay. So he became impossible to track. Well, we killed him.
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago. Of course. You're welcome anytime. I wanted to ask, though. You said what remains of his clones?
Zamaran?
You know that name?
Yep.
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord. We should go see Zamaran one of these days.
Ooh, I'll come. I would.
Okay, finally. Finally. I finished that. Okay, well, I'm gonna be right back, and then we'll finally get into the storyline, which I've been hoping to do. So, don't go anywhere. Yay, I'm back. Finally, we're gonna hit Mondstadt. I'm excited to do this quest. Yeah. Enable. Let's head to Mondstadt, shall we? It's been a while since we've been back. Okay. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Back to Mondstadt. Been a while. Into special story mode. Yes, continue. Antonio. Okay.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful!
This the wind.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
You remember us.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
something going on.
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
What's unusual?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore?
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over? So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong?
I know a knight should be stronger than this. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out.
Okay.
It is Windbloom after all.
What's wrong with you, Miles? And now Quinn's is...
Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Oh, now it's Kaya.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him,
Oh my god.
he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
Kaya can't speak. That's fine. That's...
Oh, no. Of course not.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, if I had to compare it to something, but then I saw you.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Hello. Oh, okay. private conversation.
Not at all.
Okay.
Have fun, you three.
What's going on?
So, you said you were looking for us.
That's right. Okay. Intriguing. Let's go to the headquarters. Ooh. Yeah. I can summon. Let's summon. Let's summon. Let's do it. Who do we get? Who we get? Who we get? Who we get? We got no one. We got no one. We got a stinking sword. Claymore, it's the bell. I'm climbing walls. There's no more. No, wrong. There you go, one more. There we go. Jean! What's going on?
Ah,
Oh,
Kaya,
Eula.
you found them. Good. With what's about to happen,
Whoa, headquarters are packed.
What's going
Honorary
on?
Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet
His
you.
name is
I
Nook.
believe
I love it.
introductions are in order.
Eula, yes.
Oh,
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside.
She'll explain everything. Okay.
Jean!
Ah. That sucks. Incident in Mondstadt. Okay.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine. Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
But that's why she probably called us. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team.
Oh no. What's happened?
Albedo is the one on trial?
What'd he do?
What did he do?
What did Albedo do? Okay. We probably won't stay calm knowing Paimon. Oh, I want him to be a character. He looks cool.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Paimon, be quiet. What did you do? Strange.
Ready to proceed. Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
What?
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
That's why. Okay.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body. Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
What did you do, Albedo? My boy, buddy. By the next day, the defendant submitted his latest. Okay.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night? Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Was the body recovered?
Not yet.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
Is that Albedo's shoe?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Did
not kill a single person.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated.
But he would
Spontaneous
never
conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
What's the second one?
Second charge?
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
Oh, Diluc. Are you sure it was Albedo? You sure it wasn't that monster from Dragonspine?
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
Such a thing, Dawn Winery is my hope.
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried. These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
I still don't think it's Albedo.
You're certain Mr. Albedo... Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep. I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Okay.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected.
Okay.
Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Like I said, and not the Dragonspine monster from like a while ago.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
And we are in agreement. What agreement? That he's guilty? No! Albedo! Buddy! No! This, like, how can he be guilty? I don't get it. Well,
like that. Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Yeah, he was a synthetic human created through alchemy.
Rosaria! Oh!
She was already here. For us? What message? Venti!
Who is he?
You know. It's Venti! Or Barbados, as we like to call him. Or Barbados, as we like to... What? Sure. Oh yeah, Dragon Spine. Yeah, okay. We get to see Barbados, or like we like to call him, Venti. 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 Buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Whee. Nope. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna continue on with this quest. Venti. Are you gonna say something? Are you? Oh. Everyone in Mondstadt. No.
Venti, did you send us that message?
Yes.
No, I did.
Oh, Dahlia. Okay.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right? That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat.
Okay.
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself? Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Yeah. Which means... What do you know, Venti?
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
I like his voice. I don't know. Ooh, yes.
getting at, Tone Deaf Bard? If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
We would help you, buddy. Behold. What is it?
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
Where are we going? Hi, guys! I want you to be a 4-star or 5-star. I like you, buddy. Okay. Oh, while I'm here, I can do my missions. Whee! Commission time.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Boop. Well, I did. Oh, it's right here. But I just went in there. Oh, it's right here. I'm like, I just went in here. No, it's right here. Boop.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects?
Whoops.
It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
Hey, Jean!
What? Understood.
But what if the
Oh, wait, where's your office, buddy? Oh. I'm finally gonna go upstairs? Hell yeah.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Right back at you.
Okay. What am I doing? I'm investigating his desk. Got it.
Alright, let's...
Okay.
Wow, these books are so...
What's underneath the book?
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
Ooh. Investigate the paper.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink.
the map where he buried stuff?
Huh. What does this mean? Alright, that seems to be it. We should go tell Jean what we've...
No, I don't want to tell Jean what we found.
Oh, Vent is calling! Oh, we found stuff alright.
Okay, you share what you learned with Venti.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, maybe he's just not allowed to... Yeah, well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
Okay.
Wait, that's... Miles.
Oh, sorry. I heard voice.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were...
Oh,
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in a hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
I thought we were gonna go tell Jean. Okay.
The Winter Shogun approaches.
I forgot about the heat thing. Do I have any... no. Back. Do I have any, like, heat-resistant stuff, food-wise? No, okay. Guess I'm gonna have to make this quick then. I guess I'll just go from up here. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's just Emily though.
Gooba, get them! Hey-ya!
Wind strike. A fateful offering.
Where are we going?
follow the wind.
I found it.
We should be getting close.
I found it.
Weird. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But why not Dilbo? Or...
Turn to the Knights of Favonius.
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case. What's wrong? Yeah, not when the charges are so serious. Of course, we'll be...
What's with knives? Yeah, I'll do that later. Not now, though. Now I don't have enough. Well then. 22 days? No. No. I want this dude. Anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna end it for today. Thank you for chatting, Kralis, if you're still here. But with that, I don't have a plan for next week yet, but I should be playing at some point next week. This or any of my other games that I have. But with that said, I'll see y'all later. Bye! Why won't this work? But that's fine. Bye!